Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to participate in our BizRefresh inaugural session, our very first session on an 8-week cohort series. This first session is entitled Know Your Why. And we're really excited. Myself, I have Alex Held and Lourdes Morales, and our presenter, Rita Ricks, this morning. We're so excited to be bringing you this information. We're in some really unprecedented times. There's a lot of information, there's a lot of things happening. You may feel overwhelmed. Which direction should you go with your business? And myself, Alex, and Lourdes, we were brainstorming and trying to think like, who do we know that is absolutely fabulous that could help us with this series? And we immediately thought of our good friend Rita Ricks, who will be the presenter for today. I'm just going to go through some housekeeping rules and some information for the session today. But we are your hosts, BizLaunch representatives, and Alex, Lourdes, and myself. We're really excited because we came up with this series and really trying to figure out a way to help businesses as they go throughout the process of either pivoting or looking at your vision, your mission statement, understanding what is out there in this current environment. And so this is our first session. We delve into the economy in future sessions. We're going to also be looking at your digital presence. And all of these sessions are really a deep dive into information. A lot of our participants are existing businesses that are really looking to thrive and not only survive, but thrive during some of these current challenges that we're foregoing right now, that we're experiencing. Something to keep in mind, I want to go through just a few housekeeping things for the session and to make the most out of it, is that each of you have a dashboard. Right now, everyone is currently on mute, but we want this session to be as interactive as possible. So please raise your hand or you can ask a question. We will be monitoring those as we go throughout today's session. It is and will be extremely dynamic. So if you have questions or if you're not able to hear, if you have questions of Rita, feel free to chat a question in the chat box. You can chat it to the entire group or directly to us, and we will be sure to answer those questions for you. Also, we're taping the session, so it will be available to you afterwards. So don't feel as if you need to take copious notes. We will be sharing this information so that you have it and can really digest the information as well later on. And first of all, we're really excited that you're here with us today, and we're looking forward to a great session. And so I want to let you all know why I just adore Rita Ricks, why she's just such an amazing person. I think, in her bio, it talks about, her wisdom, wit, energy, and encouragement are the catalysts to inspire her listeners to renew the spirit within. And so there's a lot about, her company is Speak to Your Spirit. And there's a lot about making sure, and we were just talking about this ahead of time, but there's a lot of just information about making sure that your inner you is at the best that it can possibly be as you're thinking through some really challenging prospects of your business. It's interesting because Rita began as a middle school teacher, and I love teachers because they just love their students and they really bring their all to make sure that you learn and you're educated. And so for the last 35 years, she was an entrepreneur, and I believe takes the lessons and learning and how to teach adults and making sure and coaching and like the inner and the outer and everything is just great. I met Rita through her work with the state of Virginia on the Scaling for Growth program and just saw the passion and the coaching and the energy that she brought to existing businesses that were struggling with breaking through some of the challenges that they foreseen or that they were experiencing to kind of help them go to the next level. And so I've seen her in action. And so I'm going to leave you in some amazingly great hands as she walks us through this session today. Thank you so much, Rita, for being here and talking about Know Your Why.
Thank you so much, Tara. Good morning, everybody. I am sorry that I can't see you, but I know that you're going to feel what I'm feeling because, first of all, I need to congratulate you. I need to congratulate all 22 of you because you have been blessed with receiving a gift, a financial gift. And when that happens, you just need to be comfortable enough to take it and to use it wisely. So that's the first wonderful thing that I want to say. Congratulations. The second part is that I'm glad that you're on here because this is your business. It is your business, and it is your business, meaning that you are responsible for everything that happens. So as I say that, I want you to know that what I learned almost the minute we began to have to stay in place because of the pandemic, I read somewhere that millionaires are born out of chaos. Write that down. Millionaires are born out of chaos. So that means there are opportunities out the yin yang for us to have. And certainly it's happened to me. And you are seeing me on the big screen because probably, I don't know, a month or so after staying in place and being on my small laptop, I realized that I needed a bigger screen. And I just got this vision that I could convert my office into a studio, which is what I had done. Didn't take a lot. You know, there's a camera, there's a microphone, I have 2 sets of lights, I have the stand right here, and I'm in business. Now, I created this studio because I wanted to be able to work with the entrepreneurs in Scaling for Growth that Tara was just referencing. I wanted to be able to see all 16 of them on the screen. But let me tell you, the opportunities that have come out of me just setting this up, putting this screen up. I am going to be doing a webinar in October, 3 weeks. I created that. I now do, hear me when I say this, I now record twice a month a 15-minute tip, a particular message on something for entrepreneurs and others. That, and then let me tell you what we do. So we record it, and then we put it on my website, and then we put it on my YouTube channel, and we now have extracted the audio so that we can put it in a podcast. None of these ideas did I have before the pandemic, none of them. But because of where we are now, and because I have the screen and the ability to just, you know, show all over the country, it has been amazing. So even before we get started on this vision, I want you to think about what else can you be doing with what you have? Because let me tell you, we are not going to go back to exactly the way it was. We just aren't. And we don't need to because our customers have different needs now than they had before the pandemic. So how are you hearing about what they want? How else can you provide for them? One of the things that I continue to tell my entrepreneurs is pick up the phone and call them. Ask them what else do they need from you. Ask them what else they need, period. And you figure out how you can provide for it. It's really important for you to keep your thoughts up here, and new, rather than focusing on your current situation. Because this situation is going to pass. It's not always going to be like this. And so my question to you is going to be, who are you going to be on the other side of this pandemic? Who are you going to be? If you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get the same results. And so calling your clients, talking to your colleagues, getting with your mentors and your coaches, and just brainstorming ideas and being quiet. We're going to talk about that too. Because sometimes you have to allow the chatter to just get away from you and you have to go inside. So You know, as I say, I am a spiritual business coach, and I want you to know that we all create our own reality based on how we think and based on what we say. So I ask you to move your phone away from you so that you can hear what I'm saying, so that you can ask questions, so that we can stay connected through this time together. And when you have a question, as Tara said, just write it out and I will be glad to answer it. But again, I am excited that you chose to be here this morning, because you could have been somewhere else. But when you are offered free times like this, free training like this as a CEO, you have no choice but to take it. This shows that you care for your business. I don't care if you just get one thing out of this presentation. It will be one thing that you did not know when you came in. And that's what it's about. What am I going to take away from today? And we get what we expect. So in fact, if you are expecting that this workshop is going to blow your mind, which I think it is, then you are going to be in for a wonderful treat. So let's think about this. Why? W-H-Y, write it down. Why did you open your business? Why did you open your business? Talk to me, somebody. Tell me why you opened your business. Just tell me. Come on, guys, we're going to be interactive, and I got a lot to share with you. So who can tell me why you opened your business?
Feel free to raise your hand if you would like to say something.
So can we call on somebody?
Oh, somebody, we
Yes.
got a raised hand.
Tell me your name and your question. Are they on mute?
Yeah, we also have Los Tios Grill say to serve people. We have a few responses here. Rhoda said to serve my clients further. Mary said to serve others and share. Mitten to become financially independent. And Michael say my ancestors opened it to survive.
My ancestors what?
Open it to survive.
Good, 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 good. So thank you very much, everybody. So we all have a why. We all have a why. There is a reason why we started this started this business. 9 out of 10 times, it is because we have a particular skill. We have a particular gift. You know, we know something. We know how to do something better than other people. For me, it's talking. Straight up, I can talk. I do that really well. And so that's my business, because I talk. But here's the challenge with having a skill. We don't necessarily have the business skills that we need. And so we jumped into this business. I know I did, because this is my third business. I happen to be a serial entrepreneur. I had a boutique with a partner first. She knew all about business. I knew all about selling. I didn't learn anything about business with that one. And then I opened a second business, and it was called Mirror Enterprise. It was a professional and personal development training company. And I had that for about 20 years, and then just kind of got tired of that and came over into this new arena. This is the first time this business that I have right now is the smartest one I've ever run. So I've screwed up a couple of times, but this one I understand why I started it. And what I've learned is that in order to have your business to maintain and sustain, you have to have a vision. Trust me when I say this, you have to have a vision. You have to know where you're going. Otherwise, you end up staying in the weeds. So let me read something from Peter Brock. He wrote this some time ago. Listen to this, then we're going to talk about it. He says that vision is our deepest expression of what we want. Write that down, deepest expression. It is the preferred future. Write that down. It is a desirable state, an ideal state, an expression of optimism. That's hope. It expresses the spiritual and idealistic side of human nature. It is a dream created in our waking hours of how we would like our lives to be. I'm going to read it one more time because I just think this is so powerful. And this right here is the essence of what a vision is. And it can only come from you. Vision is our deepest expression of what we want. It is the preferred future, a desirable state, an ideal state, an expression of optimism. This vision expresses the spiritual and idealistic side of human nature. Vision is a dream created in our waking hours of how we would like our lives to be. You first have to have a vision of where you want to go in your personal life before you can create the vision for your business. Why? Because you are the business. The business is you. And so when I'm working with my entrepreneurs, I want them to incorporate their personal goals in with their professional goals. If they're not separate, they're the same. And you want to create, you are the creator of your life. As I said, we create our own reality based on what we think and based on what we say. So if I say, well, I can't get this business beyond $50,000 a year, then you're right, you can't. If you say, I'd like to get it to $1 million, but you've already canceled getting to $1 million because the but negates what you want, because you've cut it off, because now we're going to be excuses. So when I say it is the dream created in our waking hours of how we would like our lives to be, this is an opportunity, excuse me, that I'm giving you to dream. Where do you want to be in the next 3 years? We're going to come back to that, but write that down. Where is it that you want to be in the next 3 years? It starts with you, and then we take it to the business. Do you want to be retired? Do you want to be at a different financial level? Do you want to be in another business altogether? Listen, I've done that. I didn't want to be in this business anymore. In Mira, I had staff and everything. I turned it over to my daughter. I didn't want to be the boss anymore. And so I am more important than my business. I have to make sure I remain healthy and don't get overwhelmed and don't get crazy and don't get disgusted and angry with the fact that I've got a business that isn't working. Maybe that's your time. Your time is over there. And maybe it's time for you to think about something else. All of that has to be figured out as you're doing your vision. So Block also says, and I have 7 of these. Vision is seeing the future while you're in the present. This current situation today will not be like this next year. Won't be like this at the end of the year because things change. So if you just focus and lament on where you are now, how can you pull yourself out to get ready for what's coming next? You have to be ready for those opportunities and ready for what's coming your way. So you have to be open-minded and you have to be excited about it rather than being sad. Because you're an entrepreneur, you risked everything to start the business you're in. So you've already done it once or twice or 3 times, like me. So I want you to get your head in a space that you're expecting good to come your way. And you're waiting every day for that next opportunity or for something that leads you on to the next step. So the first is vision, is seeing the future while you're in the present. The next is The vision is the key to your future. You cannot, trust me. I've been working with these entrepreneurs now almost 5 years. You cannot figure out, you can't solidify your goals if you don't know where the goals are taking you to. So you can write goals and you can write a plan, but where is it going? And everybody in your company needs to know this vision. It needs to be discussed on a regular basis. Because when your people go out, your staff or anybody goes out and somebody says, who do you work for? And you work for ABC company. Well, what's that about? And we're going to get into missions in a minute. But you need to be excited, and your people need to be excited about sharing the vision. Let me tell you where we're headed. And it isn't always about so we can make more money. The vision is bigger than the money you're going to make. The vision is really about the optimism of changing the world. The money's going to follow. The money follows the ministry. The money follows the ministry. But if all you focus on is the money, then you've got to deal with, well, how am I going to get there? And what if your goal, the goal for the money is too small, and you're just playing in this arena when you should be playing in this arena? Make sense? So let me get back to vision is the key to your future. It is the key to your future. Number 3, I asked you about where you want to be in 3 to 5 years. Where do you see your company? And let me tell you, if you can't see it, you can't be it. If you can't see it, you can't be it. You've got to be able to, and this only, I keep saying this only comes from you. It only comes from you. So this means you have to literally sit down, get in a quiet space, and figure out where you want to go. Not where you are right now, but where is it that you want to take this business that you started? Because this is something else that I say to my employees. When you first started your business, it is your baby. I get that. But you got to let that baby grow. And if you keep thinking about, you've been in business 5, 6, 7 years, 10 years, and you're still calling it your baby, you're limiting you and your business. So you have to start calling that business by its name so that you can step back just like a parent and let that business grow. And now you're looking at it differently from when it was your baby and you had to protect it and cover it. Okay. Vision, and oh, do I love this. This is number 4. Vision is not you predicting the future, but rather you creating your future. Vision is not you predicting, but rather you creating your future. You don't follow any other path. You don't do what everybody else does, whether they're in your industry or not. You're the guy out front. You're the woman out front. You're the person who's got this idea and wants to see it flourish. And this has been such a great time for so many of us just to settle down, to be quiet, and to review. And so you're thinking, well, I'm just gonna, this gives me time to do all of those things that I couldn't do when we had a lot of work. Infrastructure is important. Trust me, I understand that. Infrastructure is important. But your people work on the infrastructure. You work on the big idea. You take your time to work on this vision so that you can lead them. And trust me, it is not always when I hire more people. Hire more people to do what? You don't have a vision. Well, when I make more money to spend on what? You don't have a vision. Number 5, this is your vision, your journey. You're the only one with your specific vision. This is why you need colleagues, not necessarily friends, but colleagues, either in the industry or not in your industry. but they are business owners who you can run things past on a regular basis. You need a coach. I have two. You need, I'm telling you, my coach is right down the hall, and she will stick her head in here sometimes, and I mean, she's 5 minutes, and she tells me something I hadn't thought about. She'll just see me, and she'll say, what's going on? And I said, well, I'm trying to figure this out. And she said, have you thought about this? You need a coach, just like you need an accountant. One that you see regularly, by the way. That's something that somebody, you know, you'll get in another class. But I have a deep relationship with my accountant, and we meet twice a month. She knows my vision. She knows where I'm trying to go, and she helps me to get there. I just don't have this accountant for tax time because I don't do, you know, that's not what my expertise is. Remember, I talk. I don't do numbers. So she is the one who does the numbers for me and helps me to understand the numbers. We meet twice a month, and we always have. Because sometimes folks, I will hear folks say, well, I really can't afford an accountant. And I'm getting ready to tell you, you can't afford not to have one. So you need an attorney, you need a banker. You need an attorney, you need a banker, you need an accountant, and you need a coach, a business coach. Think about it. Somebody that can help you see. Sometimes we're too far into the weeds to be able to see it, and that's what she does for me. So you're the only one with your specific vision. So you want to talk to people who have no vested interest one way or the other with you. They're just there to support you. Number 6, this one's cool. I love this. You should feel yourself being pulled towards your future rather than feeling that your business is pushing you towards your future. In other words, I see where I'm going. I see it. And I'm just bringing my business, my staff, everybody, I'm bringing them behind me. You know, I am pulling everybody rather than everybody being behind me, say, go this way, go this way, go this way. No, 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 no. Let me see. Let me get back in front of the camera. Go this way, go that way. I want to pull folks with me. I don't want to be pushed. Does that make sense?
Hey, Rita.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, sorry, we have one of our audience members, Mary, had asked a question when you were talking
Okay.
about a coach.
Hey, Mary.
Is that okay to ask that now?
Of course.
Her question is, how do you find a coach? And she asked about cost associated with it.
So what I will say for the first part is, well, I can say for both parts. Number one, it's like when you hire anybody, you need to decide, Mary, exactly what you think you need from a coach. What gaps do you have that you feel a coach or somebody can help you? So that's with anybody you hire. You're not hiring your sister, your aunt, or anybody. You're hiring the person who can fill in the gaps that you're missing, can fill in what you need. The second piece, how much does it cost? This is the same thing that I tell my employees. You need to have an idea of how much you're willing to spend, because you have coaches that are up here, you have coaches that are down here. So you have to decide, how much am I willing to spend for a coach? And what are they going to give me? What value are they bringing to me for my money? But you have to do that with every employee you hire. You have to do it with your accountant. You have to do it with your attorney, because you have to have a relationship, I believe, with everybody that you hire. So one, you first have to say, okay, this is what I need. This is what I'm looking for. No, this is not what I'm looking for. So that when you're interviewing people, you can then say, what do you do? And if they check off all your boxes, you just may be good to go. But secondly, the money. Once you have this vision and you start writing goals, and then you also have to make a note of what these different goals are going to cost you. And so it's not the coach saying, well, I'm a great coach and you have to pay this amount. It's you saying, I have this much money. How much, what can you give me for that? Mary, is that good? Does that help? Okay, doke. All right, Mary, I'm thinking it's okay. Number 7, your vision, let me read this. Your vision helps you to attract the opportunities and people you need because you know where you want to go. That probably, I mean, I know I liked all of them, but that's probably the most important. Remember I said, you create your reality based on what you think and what you feel. So when you feel, when you're thinking this, you know, because that's where this came from, this screen, this studio. I was sitting in my office at home and I was thinking, how am I going to be able to stand up in front of people and teach them so that I feel like I can teach. I feel free to have my hands move and everything. And I got this vision. It's because I put it out there and the universe gave it to me. So you have to put out what you want. You have to be thinking about what you want. It's called the law of attraction. So if you continue to say, and I have clients who do this, I say to them, what is it that you want? And the first thing they tell me is, well, I don't want. And I'm saying, I don't want to know what you don't want. Because what you don't want goes into the universe as well. Watch your language. Watch how you say things about yourself, about your business, about others. Because it comes back. So why not just be positive and thoughtful and not sometimes say anything? So I'm going to repeat. Your vision helps you to attract the opportunities and people you need because you know where you're going. So I have had entrepreneurs who will say, you know, well, I do concrete, but somebody came up with a really great idea for me to make barbecue sauce because I make it at home and they love it. And so my point is that taking you closer to your vision? If your vision is to be the most renowned concrete layer on the planet, then the barbecue sauce isn't going to take you there. But if your vision is to start another business because this barbecue sauce is amazing, then that's where your vision should go. And we should begin to minimize the concrete work over here. Because let me tell you, multitasking is garbage. We cannot multitask. We have to be focused and intentional about whatever it is we do. And grabbing our phone when we're in a meeting is multitasking, and you miss something. So I want you to think in terms of being focused and intentional about whatever it is that you're doing, you know, and you can do, at the most, you should have 3 shoulds that should be done in a week. At the most, 3 to 5 shoulds that you do in a week. And sometimes, guys, you'll hear me just kind of jumping all over everywhere because I want to share all of this with you. We have to-do lists. And to-do lists are great, but to-do lists go like this, and they go like this, and they get longer and longer and longer. Shoulds, there are 3 things I should do this week. And I do that, I work on that Sunday morning early, and then I decide which day I'm gonna work them on, and then I come onto my whiteboard and I put it over here as well. So that every time I look up, I'm seeing it. And it gets done by the end of the week. So a to-do list can just have you stretched way far. A should list should be focused and intentional and important. And you will find, ultimately, you get to where it is you want to go. All right, so I have an exercise for you. This is what I want you to write. In January 2024, in January 2024, name your company, whatever your company is, write your company name out. Mine is Rita Ricks LLC. In January 2024, Rita Ricks LLC is. And then you have to complete that sentence. is recognized for, is known for, whatever. You cannot have a verb in that vision. You cannot have a verb in that vision because this is where you see yourself. Remember, if you can't see it, you can't be it. So this sentence is where you expect to be in 3 years. So I will share with you my vision, and then I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to write yours. So my vision is that I am the most sought after spiritual business coach on the planet. That's my vision. That's who I see me. That's where I see my company. And all of this is helping me to get there. So you've got 3 minutes. In January 2024, Rita Ricks LLC, and you obviously you put your own company name in there, is, I'm giving you 3 minutes now. Okay, folks, it's been 3 minutes. I need you to raise your hands and share with me what you have, and let's see, can we figure out what's going to work for you? Who's ready?
Rita, I think Rhoda Wheeler sent in something on the questions. Rhoda, would you like, I can take you off mute. Would you like to share what you wrote to the entire audience?
Please.
Taking you off mute now. Hi, Rhoda, you're off mute.
Hey, Rhoda.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. What you got?
Agents in Style LLC is the top fashion stylist and image consultant for women in the Washington, D.C. metro area.
Okay. All right. How's that feel?
Fantastic.
Is that what you're looking at 3 years from now?
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay. And so is that not where you are now?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So do you now sense that you can begin to create some steps, some goals that will get you there?
Absolutely. I have a lot of them in place, and I sort of set them aside, honestly, with the pandemic, but just in the past, I would say month or so, I realized I need to get back on track and continue that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, you know, writing the goal, and we're going to talk about goals in just a minute, and then adding the action steps are critical, and putting dates to them. If you've ever done a vision board, and most people have, they have the vision board because they have all of these pictures of things that they want to see happen. But that's considered a dream board until such time as you put dates to them. Then it becomes a vision board. So you want to, with each one of your, so how are you here date and a stop date? It just gives you a gauge. Otherwise, if you say, yeah, I want to do this, when are you going to start? When will you stop? How do you know when you're supposed to do it? And once you get those steps in place with the date, you can put it on your calendar. And then everybody, you and your staff, everybody can see what it is you're supposed to do. Does that help?
Love that. I love that. The accountability piece is key.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's a great vision.
Thank you.
Who else?
We've got, looks like Daniel Tierney has his hand up. Daniel, I'm going to take you off mute now, okay?
Hey, Daniel.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Daniel Tierney, and I'm with Tenley Neals. It's a business my wife and I have. It's more my wife than I. I guess she's the front guy like you are, and I'm the back door guy with trying to work the accounting end of it and the numbers. And some of the things that you suggested, I think I need to take for action, and it's things that I think I can do, and I probably need somebody else to do or either help me do. So in January of 2024, Tenley Neals is the #1 sales and customer satisfaction nail salon in Northern Virginia area. Now,
Okay.
the other thing is I've set a goal to see, and it's one of those stretch goals to see if we could reach, $300,000 annually in sales, which is a far reach for what we're doing today.
So let me go
Now,
back to your vision, because I hear you, because you're right, that is a goal. The numbers are goals. Let me hear your vision again, please.
the vision is Tenley Nails is the #1 in sales and in customer satisfaction in the nail industry in Northern Virginia area.
Okay, are you not that now?
I think our clientele is very limited to a certain area. It's more like a neighborhood nail salon, and I think that we need to be able to reach out farther than we are, and even reach into the community that we were at. And I think I'm going to need to do some advertising, with either direct mailing or going around putting hangers on doorknobs or something to get people coming back, knowing that because I think even to get back to where we were before the
Right.
pandemic, I think that we
So,
need to be able to get people coming back.
okay, so I hear that your vision is strong. That's the vision that ask them what else they need, period. Sharing with me that you're in a limited market right now, that vision is a challenge, but it isn't impossible. So as
That's
long
correct.
as you're holding on to that vision, then we got to figure out what are the steps that you need to take. Now, what I heard you say were flyers and things that you've done in the past. Everybody is on social media. So where are your clients? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? And where are they? So that
So
you
we
can,
do we do the Yelp stuff as well. So we do the Yelp, and
okay,
I have a web page.
hear me.
Go ahead.
Hold on,
Yep.
because that's what you work, that's what you have been doing. What I am saying is right now, moving forward, social media is the place to be. You guys could start taking, recording different things and putting it on Instagram, the befores and the after. You could even begin to teach a class on nails. Now, they wouldn't necessarily be certified, but you could begin to show other people what they need to do to get started. So I'm thinking out of the box. Yelp is what you used to use. Now you're on Instagram. You are showing folks what you do, how you do it, giving them tips. Why should they come to you? Because, I go to my nail person because they take my temperature outside before I walk in. And then I have to sign my name. And then I've got to wash my hands. And then they got these plastic dividers. So they showed me before I ever went back, this is what we're doing. So
Yep.
this is thinking out of the box. So I'm simply saying your vision is huge, but to reach those people and to reach that number, you're gonna have to think bigger than Yelp and flyers.
And what you just said is amazing, because the thing is we do a couple of those things. One we don't do. We don't ask them to wash their hands immediately. We take their temperature when they come in the door, not outside. So that's a great point.
Cool, cool. That's marketing. I'm not even here for marketing. I just love the ideas. And I know social media is working because I'm using it so much myself. And so just getting folks to subscribe to your YouTube, which I hope you guys will do for me, is subscribe, because there are always things that I'm putting on there, more and more tips and information. You could do Facebook Live on your business page. So that's something that needs, where you're talking about flyers and manpower. This is just, doing a live, getting the camera, your phone and doing live. So how do you connect with them now? where are your client? Where is your clientele now, and how do you connect with them? Does that make sense?
Most of it, yeah. Thank
No,
you.
no, no. I'm not asking you to answer. I'm just needing you to think. You know, we used to say outside of the box, but we're already outside. We're already outside the box. Make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Who else do we have?
It looks like Fifi also has her hand raised. Fifi, I'm going to take you off mute. Hold on.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. My name is Fifi. My business is Wax by Fifi LLC.
Tell me your business again.
My name is Fifi.
Okay.
My business name is Wax by Fifi LLC. My vision is seeing myself or my business by January 2024 to be franchise. So, and right now I am not there yet. I'm work by myself, but my goal is the next step right now to hire more people and work, and then by 2024 make my business a franchise.
Okay, so that's two different things, hiring people and franchise.
Okay.
What I would encourage you, I mean, certainly your vision is wonderful, but there is so much involved with franchising, and what you should be doing today is doing the research. Because
Okay.
my understanding is that is a 2.5, 3 year process. And it costs money. And so your hiring people is, I'm not real sure what you want them to do, because they aren't necessarily going to become buy a franchise from you if you're working with them now. You see what I'm saying?
No, what I'm saying is right now, what I am working by myself. So what I'm saying,
what is it you do?
I do waxing business and massage and skincare.
Okay.
So I'm saying is right now I'm trying to grow the business and make it, work. And even though I am here, I'm gonna have more people. But right now, the vision, that's my goal, the vision. But right at the moment is I work by myself, but just like make it more.
Let me say to you what I just said.
Okay.
I work, and so calling your clients, I shouldn't say that. I have 1099s that come in and do different things for me, but I'm the face of the business. And it's social media, and as I've been saying, that has gotten me out there. And so it isn't always by hiring more people, because when you hire people, you got to pay them. So you can possibly work this on your own, be very smart with what you're doing, and get to a higher paying clientele, maybe than you're doing now, and maybe have a mobile where you go to their home and make sure that you're showing them how you clean up and all of that. I mean, it isn't with your mentors and your coaches, and it costs money.
Okay.
So think in terms of researching all that you can, learning everything that you can about the franchise business.
Okay.
And kind of go from there. That would be my suggestion. But you are doing what people, girl, I had my first massage about 2 weeks ago. I mean, I had knots where I didn't know knots existed. And so I know that people who are sitting in front of that computer all day could use your services.
Yeah.
So it may be more about you going to them rather than them coming to you. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. But your vision is exciting, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, love.
All right. Thank you for your information. Thank you.
You're welcome. We have time for one more.
Yes, Jen is the next one that had her hand up. Jen, I'm taking you off mute right now, okay?
Okay.
Jen, are you able to speak? You should be off mute by now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, no, I had to click something. I kept looking for it to change, but thank you.
You know what? Because Alex, you were muting me. You were muting me when you said you were unmuting then. That happened the last 2 times. I don't know why, but anyway.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
No worry, no worry. Thank you. Yes, so in January 2024, Edgy Zen Spa is a trusted brand, and in the media, in podcasts, in magazines, on the TV, in the news, on the radio. My clients know how to use my services regularly, and I am making 6 figures consistently.
Okay. So the one thing that I know that is in your control is the media. You know, and the clients, you have to teach them, and 6 figures consistently, you just have to keep doing what you're doing, because as I said, the money follows the ministry. The focus, the best part of your vision is that you are on TV and those other social media places. Those are things that you can do guaranteed. You just have to be you just have to have a strategy, a social media strategy, and there are social media consultants out here, strategists. I'm happy to give you one because I have one. But again, figuring out always, and this is for everybody, figuring out always what exactly is it that your customer wants? What do they want? What is it they want, and how do I get it to them, and how do I give them access to what it is I do? Because again, you know, they may not be comfortable coming to you. Can you go to them? I don't know. But that's the kind of thinking that you have to have. This is the way we used to do it. But what is unique and different now about what I do? It takes time, guys. Even as I'm talking to you, you are going to have to block off some time to just solidify that vision, if you will. Solidify that vision. And let me just say real quickly that I will gladly speak to you complimentary for 15 minutes. You just have to go to my website and tell me when you want to talk, and we'll go from there, because sometimes it just takes a little bit of a tweak to get you where it is you want to go. So thank you, Jen. Does that help?
Yeah, Rita, I really appreciate that. I did just want to point out that I have, I've noticed with the Wax by Fifi and the nail salon for Northern Virginia and the stylist for the DC, Washington area, the people that spoke ahead of me, I would love to connect with them. I am working towards these goals, and I do have some success, and I would love to network with these 3 others that spoke before me. It's all very similar.
Exactly. Tara, I'm sure can connect you guys with no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jen, thank you. That's a great idea.
We can definitely do that. Consider it done.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, let's go on. I want to talk. Okay, so first we talked about the vision. There is no verb in the vision. Remember, the vision, so and so and so and so is. My company is. It is. You have to see it to be it. Now, with the mission, that has verbs in it. So here's the question. I need you to write this down. What exactly does your company do? Let me tell you, I meet so many entrepreneurs who just want to go on and on and on, and they want it to sound very professional, and they want to sound very PC, and I'm glazed over because I still don't know what you do. We serve our customers. We're really good at what we do. What do you do? That's the question I'm asking you. What exactly does your company do? Here's another part to that. What is the service or product your customers receive from you? What do they get when they purchase from you? What down to the center? What exactly do you do? You may have to go back and remember why you started this business in the first place. What were you doing then? Because we have to solidify our core before we can start doing all kinds of other different things. What's the core of your business? What brings you the most revenue? That may surprise you. Because I've been with companies where they say, well, we're doing, this is our core, but we also do this, this, and this. And I say, what's the percentage of revenue? And they say 5% here, 10% here. What a waste. Why are you leaving just to get a little bit more money over here when you can solidify that core and grow it? What's the core of your business? So I asked you, what exactly does your company do? What is the service or product your customers, what do your customers receive from you specifically? Do they receive concrete from you? Do they receive daycare from you? Do they offer roadkill cleanup? I know I'm being facetious, but what exactly do you do? You have to be able to articulate it clearly before you can make it pretty. You have to be able to articulate it clearly before you make it pretty. Here's the interesting thing. From the mission comes your elevator pitch. From the mission comes your elevator pitch. The mission, however, and this is what I had, and it can happen. It may sound nuts right now, but it can happen. I like for that elevator pitch to be one sentence with 2 commas. One sentence with 2 commas. So the mission tells exactly what you do, but that elevator pitch, and everybody's going, well, I do this and we do that and we do the other. And, we do the federal government. I need you to have one sentence. If you have a sentence with 2 commas for the federal government, a separate one for the state, a separate one for locales, and then a separate for residential or whatever, that's okay. But an elevator pitch, you got to know who you're talking to. Because what you want is for them to say, oh, wow, tell me more. You don't want to talk to them so long that they're glazed over and can't wait to get away from you. And it has to just roll off your tongue. So for me, my mission is to minister to 1 million individuals yearly. Minister being the key word. Because my mission is to show people how to remove the barriers, preventing them from creating the life they want to live. That's my mission, to show people how to remove the barriers, preventing them from creating the life they were born to live. And out of that, my elevator pitch is to minister to 1 million people. That's my mission, to minister to 1 million people a year. So, okay, we got a couple minutes, so I want to hear real quickly, who can tell me who can give me your mission? What's your mission statement? Okay, somebody raised their hand.
Looks like it's Fifi. Raise your hand again. I'll take you off mute again.
Hello?
Yes.
My mission is, my business is wax business. I know there's plenty of wax business around me.
Okay. I just want to know your mission.
Yeah, my mission is make people very comfortable, because waxing is more intimate, so they'll be confidence when they come here, getting a wax in my Wax by Fifi LLC.
Here's the question. What is waxing? I don't know what.
Oh, hair removal business.
Okay. But what I'm saying, your mission is to make people comfortable when they are being waxed, i.e. hair removal. Is that from all over? Any place in their body?
Yes, any hair on the body we remove.
Okay, that's your mission, and you have to specify that.
Okay.
You have to specify that.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
Because I'm saying, you don't start off with most people do waxing. None of that. Don't apologize. Just say, because when people say, what do you do? Just say what you do.
I do what I do. I do multiple things, and I am like massage therapist. I am a esthetician, a skincare, and what makes me happy to do, giving a massage, helping people when they have condition, to make them feel better and well-being.
That doesn't
And
tell me what you do. That doesn't tell me what you do. So I would need to talk with you a little bit more. You say you have 3, so you have a spa, which includes, it sounds like it, which
yeah,
includes waxing, uh, um,
massage,
massage, and
skincare,
esthetician. So
skincare.
that would be your elevator pitch.
Yes.
We offer. It's not we make people. We
Okay.
offer.
Okay. We offer.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so here's the deal, though.
Okay.
What I want you guys to think about is once you solidify that vision and you have your mission, I think that it should go on your website. That's where mine is. It should go on your website so people know where you're going, people know what you do, and we're going to talk real quickly about goals, but your values are important too. So watch your language. We don't make people, I
Okay.
also say I don't help people because I'm not a nonprofit. I show people.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, sweetie, who else? One more.
I've got Chelsea Lee with her hand up. Just a second, Chelsea. Let me unmute you.
Okay, hey, Chelsea.
Hi, Rita. This is Chelsea. I'm with Lamu Creamery. We're a neighborhood.
And that's what it's about.
Our mission that I wrote down is to deliver happiness through our handmade and all natural desserts, frozen desserts.
I love it. And you already gave me your elevator pitch because you said I'm Chelsea and we're, what did you say?
Ice cream store, a neighborhood.
A neighborhood ice cream store. That's good. That told me what you do. That's good. That's good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Again, when you say it, you want people to really ask, oh, what neighborhoods are you in? So
Arlington.
No. I'm just saying that's what you want people to say when you begin to give your pitch. And can you come to mind? Blah, 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 blah. So that was very clear. Thank you very much.
Rita,
thank you so much.
there's just one question from Jen saying, is mission in the why?
Is mission in the why? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the why is why you started your business. I started it because I wanted to be on my own. I started it because I wanted to be my own boss. I started it because I love to talk. That's the why. The mission is I create workshops and webinars to show people how to take care of their mind, body, and spirit. That's the mission because that articulates what I do. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Let me go through the goals real quickly, and then we'll have time for questions. So, goals turn your invisible into the visible. So first of all, goal setting is a discipline. You must make goals. If you're not making goals, it's because you're scared, it's because you're afraid of failure, it's because you don't think you can do it. You're already defeating yourself. So now that you have this vision, all of your goals will take you closer and closer to your vision because now you have somewhere to go. And there were no goals in March when I left my office and went home. There were no goals for me to do a webinar in October like I'm planning now. But once my vision of my company got bigger, I looked at it differently. Okay, so now I can't do conferences. Now I can't fly over everywhere, but I can still do it from here. So I'm still providing the service with the same mission. It's just done differently. So goals setting is a discipline that helps you to stay on track, to help you to hold yourself accountable. Goals focus your energy, because as you are thinking about what you're doing, it's like, oh man, this is going to be so cool, because they're your goals, because it's your vision, because it's your company. So the goals focus your energy, and they kind of take you out of the weeds of the everyday stuff that you have to do. You've got to bring in people who can help you. Again, you don't necessarily have to hire them full time, but you have to have people who are smarter. Why? And again, I said accountant, business coach, what else? Banker, social media person, social media strategist. Goals are dreams with a deadline. Yeah, my goal is to be so-and-so in 3 years, but you got to start now. I mean, my vision is to be so-and-so in 3 years. My goal now is in 2021. This is what I have to do. In 2022, I have to do this. And when you break it down into years, hear me. Once you break it, you throw up on the wall everything that you want to get done before 2024. You put it all up on the wall. And then you say, okay, this needs to be done in 21. This needs to be done in 22. This needs to be done in 23. Now, you break it down into quarters. Quarter 1 of 21. Quarter 2 of 21, quarter 3 of 21, quarter 4 of 21. You don't erase those other things. You just know that right now, these things have to be done in 21. After you break it down into quarters, then you have January, February, March. What are you going to do in January? What are you going to do in February? What are you going to do in March? And then it becomes a part of your should list. What are you going to do the 4 weeks in January? What are you going to do the 4 weeks in February? What are the things you should do in March? So you start up here, but you bring it all the way down literally. And I even put on my board, I'm going to do this on Monday. I can do this on Tuesday. I have to wait till Friday to do this. You have to hold you accountable, because there will always be disruptions. Always, always, always be disruptions. And so you have to claim your time. Somebody said, if you don't spend, time is like a coin. If you don't spend your time with you, somebody else will spend your time for you. So you have to take back your time and stop saying I'm too busy, because busy doesn't mean anything. Productive is better. I'm being productive, and when you feel productive, that energy just comes out. Goals build character. And that's what we all want, because your life, you're building a legacy right now of your life. You're building a legacy. So why not be in control of that legacy? Goals build character. And goals provide hope. It's so funny, because these goals that I just read to you, these statements about goals, my pastor, Pastor Lance Watson with St. Paul's Baptist Church here in Richmond, he gave us this on New Year's Eve, 2019, preparing for 2020. And they are just so relevant, even more so now, because we all hear all kinds of good stuff the beginning of the year, and then we break them. But these have been so important to me, and they have kept me going. And goals do provide hope, because you can always see just a little bit further. And I have a mentor, Sandra Yancey, who says, a new goal requires a new version of you. And let me tell you, I am not the same person I was when we went into quarantine. I don't think the same. I don't speak the same. My energy has shifted as a result, because I have taken the time to listen to what it is I really, really want to do next. How do I want to shift what I'm doing? And then finally, the values. So it's vision, mission, and values. The values are the behaviors you want your company to be known for. The values are the behaviors that you want your company to be known for. It is how you treat your customers. It is the behavior that you have for your vendors. And it is how you treat your internal customers, your staff, your people. Those are your values. So it is about 15 after almost. And so now we're going to do questions, and I want to hear from you. What are you taking away from this? I think there are 18 of you on now. If I could just get Alex to unmute each one of you and just tell me what you heard today that is important, or that's shifting your thinking. Alex, can you do that for me?
Absolutely, Rita.
Cool.
And if anybody wants to start and raise their hand first, so I know, that'd be very helpful.
Yes.
Okay, first up, Daniel. I'll unmute you just now.
Hey, Daniel.
My name is Daniel, and I really want to say we really appreciate what you put forth today, Rita. You really did a tremendous job at, giving us some hope and some vision for the future. And I think that what I heard today was, one, in order to be successful, you needed to have the vision statement, which we probably all do have. We just forgot about it because it's something that we put together when we put together our webpage. But the goals to support that vision statement is something that I definitely forgot about, and that's stuff that you reminded us of, and that I need to focus the energy so that I'm able to set the goals with not just myself, but with my wife and the people that work with her, so that we know what that vision statement is. And the other thing is I have a tendency, because I'm Irish, that I think I know all the answers. And you told me today that I need to look beyond what I think I know, because that has gotten me to exactly where I am, to get together with an accountant, a coach, and a banker. And I think that I have all those things. I just don't get together with them. It's something that I need to refocus the energy, and I need to make them part of a team, and I need my wife involved with that team so she can see how it's being done. And I think that's the other thing I think you mentioned, but you didn't really focus on, was the team building of once you start putting together these people that I need.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I don't know if my website address is up there, but Tara, if you can put it in the chat, because as I said, I am certainly willing to have 15 minutes of a complimentary call with each of you. You just have to go to contact us, excuse me, and we'll figure it out in the next week or so that we can talk for 15 minutes. I'm happy to do that.
One more thing.
Yes, sir.
The woman that said that she was willing to work with us that are out here that are kind of tripping over our own feet, and she may have answers for us. And that the other thing is by forming a partnership within Arlington County, I think that of businesses that are small businesses that are trying to make a difference, I think that she had some great ideas, and she probably can provide some good insight to those of us that could use it, and maybe vice versa.
Who did you say could do that?
There was a woman that mentioned like the business partnership. I forget who she was. She was one of the people on this call, that she would like to get our numbers so that she could work with us, so that we all get together and form a partnership to be able to be stronger here in Arlington, Virginia.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita.
Who else?
Mitten, you wrote a statement in the question box. I can either read it, but I'll take you off mute as well. So in case you want to share it with the group, okay? Just a second. Okay, well, I'll read it for him. He said, Rita, I appreciate the structure you provided today to help us organize our thoughts and actions. And I look forward to visiting La Mou Creamery. It's really good, I will say. We've had it before. It's very delicious.
Excellent. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure. Who else?
Anybody else want to raise their hand? Go for it. Oh, Fifi, excuse me, just a second. Go ahead, Fifi.
Hi, can you hear me? Hello.
Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you being here today, and I just block my time and to listen to you. And I really I was on this all things before I start my business, but I lost it in the begin in the middle of it. But now you brought me back to the step by step what I have to take, and I really appreciate that. And I am trying to. I took this and I have to do my vision board and my mission and value. Those all things, and I lost it in between. So now I have to go back to those and to accomplish my dream. And
Absolutely. Much success to you.
thank you. Thank you for your time.
Of course. So I'm going to just give you my, Tara, did you put the website?
I
Okay.
put the website in the chat box for everybody. And I think, Rita, I just wanted to say I really appreciated everything that you've talked about. Like, it's so, even on a personal level, I think being with the stay-at-home orders and everything that's been going on with us since March, we forget about ourselves and we kind of lose that vision. And so to be able to go back and make sure, and like should I do to-do lists, and I don't get to my whole to-do list. Like,
Yeah.
we have all these goals and we're trying to set things. So I think what this really has done is set the stage for us to kind of figure out how we go forward. And there is a 2024 and there is a future.
Yeah.
And we
Absolutely.
can control it. We have full control of our destiny, even if for whatever reason this health pandemic we can't control.
Yeah.
So I think that's this amazing, and to start off our cohort this way is thank you.
Well, I'm just so excited to have been with you guys because I think this is key. I just think it's key. And if you get this, you can go anywhere.
You can do anything, and it's funny how our minds can either push us or hold us back. And our mind is the labor to see and execute the vision. If we can see it, we can do it. So I really appreciate that. We can be it.
Yep, we can be it.
We can be it. And that's the hope that we have as we move forward. And thank you. I'm really excited. I appreciate all the information that you provided us with this first kickoff session. We do have more coming, everyone. Next session is next Thursday at 2 p.m. We'll be hearing from Anaban Basu, who will be doing an economist's point of view. I really encourage everyone to participate and to be there because it'll give you an idea of where the folks that are in charge of looking at the economy, where do they foresee opportunities? How can we get out of this, and really putting a lot of the factual information. And we're not hearing a lot of that right now. So I think a lot of people are kind of like wait and see. But I believe that at this moment, we can start looking into that crystal ball and begin to start to predict as we're looking towards 2024 in the near term, and how do we accomplish those goals. So we hope that everybody will be able to join us then. And I really want to thank you all and thank our amazing speaker, Rita Ricks. Thank you, Rita, so much. And thanks to all of you for participating and sharing. And we are here. So if you have any questions or have any needs, reach out to us at BizLaunch, reach out to Rita, and speak to your spirit. So thank you all so much. And this has been an amazing session, and have a great day. Thank you, Rita.